and they lost 13-12.
Oshkosh North
4 weeks ago.
tied for 10th last week, and now sitting in the 9 spot at 6-1. Still a couple of teams there. The big loss last week was Ashwaubenon dropping to 6-1. They were in the 2nd spot, now down to 5. So the top 5 for Division II is Greendale, Menasha, South Milwaukee still at 7-0. And then Homestead, Ashwaubenon, and Waukesha West tied at 6-1.
Followed by Cardinals, back deep to receive. Hortonville won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Fondy goes on offense first. And Kyle Pierce back deep to receive the opening kickoff. And away we go, and it is an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by the Cardinals and taken up to the 20-yard line, 25, scooting his way to the 30-yard line and diving his way to the 32-yard line. So a nice return by the Fondy Cardinals Lutine. So they kicked it in the area of Pierce, but it kind of faded over to Lutine's far side of the field. Fondy takes over first down and 10 from the 32-yard line as we are 6 seconds in, and we see the Fondy Cardinal offense led by Jack Nigetlo to the line of scrimmage.
Having a heck of a season, and it's looking like he's going to have another good game tonight, even though both offenses high octane.
They'll go Kyle Pierce in the slot. Lutine is flanked left of him. Twins on the near side of the field. They'll go shotgun with Nigetlo. Morodic is behind him in the gun. They hand off to Morodic. Morodic's got a big hole diving his way up to the 38-yard line. Good shtick, good gain on first and 10. Brings up second down and about 4.
They're going to consistently give Morodic those carries tonight, kind of wear down this defense, especially in the first half. Get them a little tired.
Officially gained 5 on the play. From the gun, Nigetlo again. He looks to fake the handoff. Now rolls to his right, looks downfield, steps behind one defender, throws it, and it's nearly intercepted. Intended for Mark Dilling on the far side of the football field. And a couple of the safeties came up. Zane Drummond was the free safety that shifted over for coverage. Almost had Picky, but fell incomplete.
Yeah, fortunate for Nigetlo there. No white jersey was looking in that general vicinity when that ball kind of got caromed in that direction, so falls innocently to the ground, and we've got a 3rd and 5 here.
The opening kickoff presented by Record Entertainment Disc Jockey Service. Log on recordentertainment.com. From the gun, here's Nigetlo on 3rd and 5, dancing his way, rainbowing down the sidelines. He's got the Cardinals on the far side.
Heck of a throw.
Zed Mohammed on the far side of the football field brings it into Hortonville territory. And that is
27 on the play.
A pickup of 27.
On to the Polar Bear, 35-yard line. First
The back
and 10.
shoulder
First and
throw.
10, yeah.
Looked like Hortonville kind of lost a little traction on the ground there. The throw was just a perfect arc right over the top, and he had a good 4 or 5 yard gap in between them.
They go from the gun. Morodic is going to take it up the left-hand side of the offensive line, and he'll dive his way down to the 27-yard line. Check at the 28, so a gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Down to the Polar Bear 28-yard line.
And it's going to be second down and 3 after a pretty good gain by Justin Morodic. Good rainbow down the far side to Muhammad, who's really come on as of late with a pretty good receiving. You know, you got Lutine, you got Pierce now Muhammad stepping up for the Fondy Cardinals. Looks to hand off to Morodic again. Morodic now taking the whole pile with him. And he's got the Fondy Cardinal first down. In on the stop for Hortonville is number 65, Colin Sager. And first and 10 Fondy.
Gain of 7 on the play.
After a gain of 7
line, first and 10
by Justin Morodic. Fondy marching down the field. Drive started back at their own 32-yard line. There's a stop a play on the field.
That's okay. You're good.
Reset here, and clock will continue to tick just 2 minutes into the football game. Now Nigetlo working from the gun, Morodic behind him. They fake the handoff to Morodic. Nigetlo dancing his way, throwing to the end zone, incomplete.
Oh, man. That looked like a catch.
Intended for Alex Ruppel. Ruppel, of course, playing at the tight end position tonight. He's in for the injured Marcus Ruck, who is not ready to go yet. talking with Gnevok earlier in the week. I said, can Ruck go? He said, probably not this week. We might have him back in a limited fashion next week at Wisconsin Rapids. 2nd and 10 from the 21. Najetalo from the gun, and he will hand off to Morotic, left side. Morotic now spinning his way inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. So that's going to be another nice gain of about 8 or 9.
Yeah, 4 carries, getting 6, 7, 7, and about 7 again. So pretty impressive so far.
The Fondy Cardinals doing some damage on the left-hand side of the offense and moving the sticks here. Continuing the drive. Now the handoff to Morotic. Morotic now diving his way down near the 5.
Justin Morotic with the carry.
And he's got himself a Fondy Cardinal first down.
Tackled by number 81, Kyle Wyson.
And number 81 in Kyler Wyson making the stop there for
Gain of 8 on the play.
Hortonville. Gain of 8 brings it down to the
6-yard
6.
line.
It is first and goal for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, knocking on the Hortonville Polar Bear door.
Yeah, let's punch it in right here.
Boutin split out to the far side from the gun. Here's Najetalo. Hand off Morotic. Morotic spinning his way left side, diving his way toward the goal line. Just short.
Barely.
Tackled by number 23,
Short.
Nick Hullwitz.
It's going to be 2nd and goal. You can't get much more close than that.
No, you can't. He's got about a foot to go, folks.
5-yard gain there for Justin. The past 5 plays have gone to Justin Morotic. They'll split Pierce out to the far side, and they'll work with Najetalo at shotgun. Najetalo now takes it, hands off Morotic, diving his way to the end zone, in for the Fond du Lac Cardinal touchdown. Fondy leads 6-0, just methodically. Chuck down the field go the Cardinals, and they punch it in on a 1-yard plunge from Justin Morotic. The drive goes 68 yards to the house.
And 41 of those are on the ground. 7 for 41 in that touchdown for an opening Morotic drive. And making it look easy out there against a real high-octane defense.
Kick is on the way from Danny Belke. It is up and he splits the uprights. It is good. Fondy leads 7-0 at the 8:39 mark of the first quarter. Back after this on 96.1 TCX.
How many yards on the total drive?
68. Take 30.
That's good. So right there.
Fond du Lac Cardinals, they punch it in first. They go 9 plays, 68 yards. Justin Morotic with a 1-yard touchdown run. Comes at the 8:39 mark left in the first quarter. 7-0 Fondy on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard. Said Muhammad with a big gain on that end-over-end kick. Taken at the 5, angling his way to the 10 to the 15-yard line, up to the 20, 25 to the 30. And tackled by Fond du Lac. Pierce was over there to kind of escort him down, as was Dan Brown.
Kind of a wobbly kick there,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Muhammad credited with a 27-yard grab. That was really kind of a play that sparked the Fondy Cardinal offense.
Yeah, it opened up the running game for sure. As you mentioned, 4 or 5 plays in a row. After that catch, went right to Morotic, just trying to wear him down, take some time, get a good opening drive, and they got some clock and they got some points.
They'll go from the shotgun, and Summers is the quarterback here for Hortonville. He fakes the handoff. No, he hands it off, and they go left-hand side, right side of the offense, and he goes for naught.
It looked like Fond du Lac kind of bit on that cadence by Summers. Unfortunately, no laundry on the field there, and nobody would get the 1 yard. It would have been 2nd and 15 if they decided to call the flag there.
Mitch Garhart, the running back for Hortonville. Game goes for nothing. 2nd and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Summers, the quarterback from the shotgun, couple of receivers split out near and far. Looking to pass on second down, and they pass complete over the middle of the field. And Colleen is there for a stop. The pass was complete to Kyle Witten.
Got about 9 yards, and they're going to say first down. He just barely got it.
Kyle Whitfield, tackle on the play. By number 20, Jacob Stadler, and number 26, Reggie Hernandez.
Got just under 8 minutes and got about 6 yards till the white jerseys are in midfield.
Pass went for first down. Single back behind Summers working in the gun. They fake the handoff. Blitz is on from Fondy. Like they throw it downfield. That's going to be caught. And again, it's caught on the far side of the field. And not sure who that was. I think that was
number 88.
88. It's Trevor
Tackle by
Keenan.
number 4, Jake Walgenbach.
Walgenbach in on the stop. Followed by Cardinals gain of 8, so they pass again. This one goes to a different receiver in Keenan. It's a gain of 8 yards. And with Twins on the far side working from the far hash. Here's Summers working at quarterback. They throw it to the flats, incomplete. Pass was intended for Gerhardt.
Pass intended for number 2, Mitch Gerhardt, falls incomplete.
Yeah, he had a chance at that ball. It looked like it just never settled. Just kind of looking upfield before the ball was completely tucked away.
Gerhardt in on the incompletion there, brings up third down and
3rd and 2 from the 48.
Ball right now at the 48-yard line. The Polar Bears are in Fond du Lac Cardinal territory.
This would be big to get a stop here because they're not in field goal range, so this is a big one.
Jake Summers, the quarterback, now working from the shotgun with receivers split out. They pitch it over to Gerhardt, and Gerhardt's got the first down for Hortonville. Gerhardt spinning his way down near the 43-yard line, about the 44, as they gain 4 on the play. He needed 3, and he got a long 4. 1st and 10, Hortonville.
Just like the Cardinals, Hortonville's been pretty consistent so far. A few incompletions here and there, but they've really been working the run game, trying to spread the ball around, and overall they've been getting some good protection. We haven't seen Toshner or Windsor up in his face yet.
Receivers split out both ways. They shift a man into motion. Summers now looks to take it himself. It was a design bootleg play. He's got some running room to the 30-yard line, cutting his way to the 20, down to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. He's escorted out of bounds near the 5-yard line. It'll be a big pickup of about 39 yards or so. Way on the far side of the field, Chuck, but designed kind of a bootleg play to the left-hand side. He was taking it himself the whole way and gained a 39 for the quarterback, Summers.
Yeah, and he had the blockers set up. He just had to kind of get through those linebackers and into the secondary. He did. Was able to kind of go toward that far sideline, and he was pushed out of bounds real close, definitely inside the 10.
Fondy Cardinal defense reeling a little bit here as they'll go kind of waiting back set on offense. They hand it off Gerhardt. Gerhardt now gets stuffed and gets stopped. And Robert Windsor in on the stop for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, as was Fondy's Tyler Miller.
Reggie Hernandez with the stop for the Cardinals. No gain on the play. 2nd and 5.
Second down and 5 to go. Second and goal, I should say, from the 5. As they go for no gain. As Gerhardt goes for nothing there. Under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. There's a running back flanked to the right of Summers. Gerhardt is behind him from the shotgun. They look to pass on 2nd and goal. Fire to the end zone. Touchdown, Hortonville.
That was a heck of a throw. Kind of a button hook design route. He got to a certain spot on the field, immediately turned around, and Summers had that ball out and ready to go, right on the spot, and that's how you do it. That's execution right there in the red zone.
Pass goes to number 11, Kyle Witten, as he will score from 5 yards out. And just like that, the Hortonville Polar Bears match the Fond du Lac drive. They go 68 yards as well. Extra point is on the way, and it is up and good.
Extra point is good with 5:38 left in the first quarter.
5:38 left to go in the first quarter. It is Fond du Lac and Hortonville tied at 7 apiece on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard. We're coming back after this on 96.1 TCX.
Fans, make sure you stop down to the Cardinals Nest at the main entrance, pick up a pink out shirt,
just a 30.
and support the Fondy Spirit Committee. And breast cancer awareness.
Who's the
Take
receiver
advantage
that caught that touchdown?
of the Buy More, Save More sale. New products have just arrived.
It's all right. Plays and 68 yards, and it goes for a 5-yard touchdown pass in the end zone. And we've got a tie ball game here. Pierce will take it out and angle himself to the 20-yard line and get dropped as he got near the 20. Fondy Cardinal offense comes back on the field after scoring on their first offensive touch of the football game, but so does Hortonville.
Yeah, we should be seeing this back and forth style scoring all night long. Each team getting roughly 28 to 38 points a game. And we saw Hortonville put a 55 spot up last week in a big win. So both teams can get really high up in the score, and I know we've had a few games this year get into the 50s or 60s.
Roddick behind the Jedlo, working from the shotgun. They'll split with time. They'll put Pierce into motion into the slot. Now handoff goes and bounces it outside. Does Roddick? He saw an opening, and that opening closed quickly as Trevor Conan, one of the linebackers, came over to make the stop. As did Tyler Hoople.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Made the stop as well, and it is 2nd and 10 after no gain by Justin Morodic. Morodic, leading conference rusher, coming into the football game tonight. They fake the handoff, and now Nijedlo rolling to his right, throwing downfield. He's got Ruppel, but he dropped it.
You're right about that. I thought it might have been overthrown, but it looked like he had a good chance there. Maybe heard some footsteps. I know when I was playing around this time, the footsteps scared the crap out of me.
That was intended for Ruppel down the far sidelines. Again, he had it in his hands and just dropped the football. 3rd down and 10. Under 5 to play in the first frame. 7 apiece on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard. With time split out far side, they put Pierce into motion as Morodic now flanked to Nijedlo. What a screen pass, and that's incomplete. Screen pass never really had a chance to develop as somebody wasn't on the same page there as there was a receiver in the area, but didn't have blockers in front of him.
Yeah, that didn't look to be any sort of play set up. No type of design. It looked like they were just trying to maybe throw and get lucky there. Maybe a little break in the secondary, but unfortunately, he starts 1 for 5 now in Nijedlo.
The kick by number 7 in Jason Toshner is a booming kick, and it takes a Fondy bounce, and all Gerhardt can do is back up. And Fondy downs the punt at the 24, so that's where the Polar Bears take over. 1st and 10. Reminder that tonight's game presented by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders.
Prices are on the rise.
We have the
You can keep it
Mancino's
up.
play of the game, part of our Anders Auto Parts postgame show coming up. They have half-price pizzas on Tuesdays on South Main and Wednesdays inside of the Rent Lawn. Now serving Friday fish fry and Sunday brunch. It is Mancino's Pizza and Grinders of Fond du Lac. Nick and Chuck back on 96.1 TCX from Fruth Memorial Field. And from the shotgun, Gerhardt will take it up to shoot, and he'll be tackled by Fondy's number 43, Lucas Ruby.
Lucas Ruby with the stop for the Cardinals.
Ruby in on the stop, but not before he gains some positive yards, about 6 or so.
2nd and 4.
Been seeing a lot of running on both sides so far, and I'm thinking we're going to continue to see it. Not a lot of success early with the pass, but right now it looks like the run is really working for both teams, and the defenses can't stop it, so don't fix it if it's not broke.
Twins both ways. Ball is at the near hash as Hortonville comes under center. Now working from the shotgun. Summers playing to his left. Now rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it, and he's going to get to about the 40-yard line. And He's going to pick up a Hortonville first down.
That was a heck of a scramble right there by Summers. Able to find the seam, get to that far sideline, stay inbounds, got the first down, and even some more bonus yardage.
A gain of 9 on the play brings it up to the 39-yard line. Enough to move the sticks. Again, 1st and 10 for Hortonville. Hortonville moving from left to right on your radio dial. That is from the north to the south here at Fruth Memorial Field. Receivers either way for the Hortonville Polar Bills, and he's stacked up and driven back, and that's Robert Windsor.
Oh, yeah.
And on the stop of Fondy Cardinals, Gerhardt was stacked up and driven back by Windsor, and brings up 2nd down after no gain.
Good to see him getting in the backfield there. We got to be hearing his name a couple more times at least. I got to guess that tonight. He's a difference maker out there defensively, and somebody that can really knock the offensive line kind of back and into that secondary. So really look for him to make some more plays like that tonight. 2nd
down and 11 from the 39-yard line, as again, and now they'll go 3 receivers split out to the near side here. Ball is at the far hash and taken by the Hortonville Polar Bills, throwing across the middle, and that is Braden Stager.
Almost 20 yards on the catch, and now getting past midfield too.
Brings it up from the 39 down to the 47-yard line, so a gain of 17 yards on the play to number 3, Braden Stager for Hortonville. So, like we said, they can throw it through the air as well. Now a handoff. Gerhardt and for Fondy is Toshner to help escort him down.
Gerhardt's the ball carrier. Tackle
brings
number
up
7, Jason Toshner.
second
Number 55,
and 10
Tyler
to go.
Miller.
Good job. We've seen a couple of negatives or small gains. So kind of chipping away defensively at this scheme to run the ball. I haven't really seen much of that offensively for the other side, however. It seems like Muradov's been running at will on Hortonville, but not the other way around.
3 receivers split out near side to left side as they look downfield. Summers is on the run. He's chased by Windsor. Now pulls it down, takes off with it, and will scoop out of bounds at about the 43.
The ball carrier. He's forced out of bounds.
He's forced out there after a minimal gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Gain of 4 on the play to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, not a lot of room to run there. He didn't have any blocks. It was a design play. I think option 1 through 3 just had someone coverage, a lot of man coverage on that play, so he wasn't able to kind of pick and choose through the zone.
It is 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 with 2:21 left to go in the first quarter. On your Ephesian Healthcare scoreboard, Fondy defense looks to hold here. Twin receivers split out near side. Summers works from the shotgun, looking downfield. Blitz is on. It's incomplete.
Good pressure.
Yeah, Summers was leveled. Nice job by Fondy's pressure unit, Lucas Ruby, coming up from the linebacker position to kind of put some pressure on in the backfield.
He's gotten back there a couple times tonight. I've seen Ruby kind of penetrate that line and kind of get at least a couple of steps away before that ball's thrown, and right there he got a knockdown. So kind of making that quarterback Summers worry a little bit.
Pierce and Lutine, I should say Muradov and Lutine back deep to receive the punt now as it's 4th down and 6 to go. Summers is the punter, so there's that threat there to possibly fake it, and they do fake it up the middle, and they snap it directly to one of the up-back men, Austin O'Brien. O'Brien still on his feet.
What a play.
Austin O'Brien on the fake punt.
And we said that, you know, the quarterback is the punter with an opportunity to fake it. All they did was snap it to Austin O'Brien, and they took it down to the 16-yard line. My goodness.
So that's a 27-yard gain, and now they're knocking on the door again here.
They snapped it directly to Austin O'Brien, who again scampered ahead for 27 yards on the fake punt there. Working from the shotgun, Summers, handoff to Gerhardt. Gerhardt now bouncing his way to the left-hand side. He gets some yards, and he's going to be driven down. And it's stopped by Toshner. Wagenbakken on the stop as well after he gains 4 or 5. second down with 1:27 and counting left to go in the first frame.
Second and 6.
Still trying to do the run thing here, and the pass has been working, but that trickery really was a game changer. Just like Fond du Lac's first drive, that 27-yard completion to Muhammad just completely sparked that rally, and now you're seeing it out the fake punt with Hortonville.
Shift the man into motion from the far hash. They flip it over to Gerhardt. Gerhardt now trying the left-hand side. Doesn't get much. And Fondy there to stop him and bring him down. Belke was in on the stop over on the far side, as was Jacob Stadler. And
Tackle
it
away
is
number 25, Tanner Kane.
third down.
In and about 2 on the play to the 10-yard line, brings up
And
3rd and 4.
4. 8-2.
They got exactly 10 yards to get here. It'd be really nice to have it just be 10-7 instead of 14-7. We'll see what happens here.
From the shotgun, here's Jake Summers, the quarterback, with twin receivers split out to the far side, looking to pass, throwing to the end zone.
I think he's
No,
short, Nick.
short of the end zone. As pass is going to be called incomplete.
Passes incomplete.
Okay.
I was waiting for some type of official
Brings up
signal.
4th and 4 for the Polar
It's
Bears
going to be 4th down and 4.
from the Cardinal 10-yard line.
Wow, pass is incomplete.
So here, do you bring the field goal unit on and just get that
That's what
lead?
kind of a kicker you got there. As I had my binoculars up, I didn't see a bobble, but the officials are a lot closer than we are up here on the far sideline.
He didn't have control. He had
And,
to get it ground before he had control.
I don't think
Timeout. Hortonville has their first charge timeout. They have 2 remaining.
Hortonville calling a timeout here.
Football fans,
Possibly didn't have
everyone here
control
tonight knows
with
someone
the
who
football
has
as
cancer
he
or is currently battling
didn't
cancer.
complete the
For some,
catch.
it's their own
19
personal
seconds left to go in the
battle or
first
that of a
quarter.
spouse, child,
It is
relative,
7
or friend.
apiece. Cardinals and Polar Bears. We're back
To do
after
what they
this on
can to help with the battle,
96.1
the Fond du Lac High
TCX.
School Spirit Committee and the
need to talk
Cardinals
about
Nest
your future.
is raising funds
Wait, could
tonight
you see it
to
on
help
there?
the battle.
There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College. For those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Fourth and 4 from the 10-yard line.
Back here at Fruth Memorial Field, it is 4th down and 4, and they fire, and it is complete. Yes. But Fond du Lac is there to stack him up. Ryan Colleen is there to drive him.
Number 7, Carter Bedoin.
Bedoin in on the
Reggie Hernandez gain of 5 on the play.
completion, but it is short.
That's going to end the first, too. So it'll be 1st and 10 backed up in their own 5-yard line.
First down and 10, or did he get it? They say he got it, I think. First down.
Whoa.
That is the end of the first quarter with the score. Fond du Lac
Okay,
7, Hortonville
First down.
7.
And goal to
So
go.
again, the Spirit Committee will be coming
goodness.
through with the
Check the
assistance
spot
of the
there. As we come
cheerleaders.
back, 7 apiece is your score here at Mission Healthcare Scoreboard. Back after this on
With your
96.1
donations here
TCX.
tonight.
I don't think they got it.
Cutting into it.
Okay.
We're gonna cut to a commercial.
Jackson Call Insurance, sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
Two's live. Okay, scroll down.
Send it back after this. Hortonville converts the first down, so it is first and goal from the 5-yard line. And Hortonville, Jake Summers has trips to the far side from the far hash, works with a shotgun. And now a handoff as they go left side, and that handoff is given to Gerhardt. And Gerhardt got what he could to bring it to the goal line. And it's going to be second down and goal.
Gain of 4 on the play to the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1, gain of 4. Fondy's right side of the defense brings him down. 7 apiece after 1 quarter on your Ignesian Healthcare scoreboard back at Fruth Memorial Field in Fond du Lac. We haven't really seen a team go up and down the field on this Cardinal defense like Hortonville is doing tonight. Gerhardt behind Summers. Handoff Gerhardt up the chute into the end zone. Touchdown, Hortonville. And just like that, it is 14 unanswered points by Hortonville. Or I should say 13 unanswered right now, pending the point after touchdown, but it's 13-7 in favor of Hortonville on your Ignesian Healthcare scoreboard.
It's just tough playing out there right now. Defense and offense are so well matched, size-wise, talent-wise, and they both enjoy running the ball. I'm assuming that both teams are pretty efficient at stopping the run too.
Lines are down, snap is clean, kick is away, and the kick is good. And it is 14-7 after a 70-yard drive down the field by Hortonville. We are coming back after this on 96.1 TCX.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new Quesarito from Taco Bell.
Back deep for the Cardinals, number 2, Justin Moronic. Number 85, Brian Lutine. Trevor Coonan on to kickoff for the Polar Bears.
I'll mention it.
Back here at 96.1 TCX, the Fondy Cardinals trail 14-7 on your Ignesian Healthcare scoreboard as we are back to action here. Moronic takes it to the 20-yard line, dives his way forward to the 23, and that's where Fond du Lac takes over first down at 10, trailing 14-7.
Ball spotted at the 24-yard
Looks like we're
line.
at 94 viewers. 94 on the live stream.
Parents, you want a safer teen
So,
driver?
head on over to
Consider the award-winning Teen Safe Driver
96.1tcx.com.
program included with the American
Get us to
Family Insurance
100.
Auto Policy.
We've only got 6
Contact
more to
your local
go.
American Family agent Tim Cruz at 920-921-7424.
Fondy Cardinals back on offense,
Your dream is out
trailing
there. Go get
7-0
it. Wheel protected.
on your Ignesian Healthcare scoreboard, and a handoff to Moronic. Now Moronic trying the right-hand side. What a counter play
Justin
is
Moronic with the carry.
bring it to the 26 or so. It will be a positive gain, a couple of yards, and Fondy
Tackle on
has
the
got
play
second
by
down.
number 28,
11 plays,
Justin
70 yards,
Number
1-yard
23,
touchdown run by
Blake Collins.
number 2, Mitch Gerhardt, the senior
Gain of
running
3
back
on the
for
play up to
Hortonville.
the 27-yard line. Second and 7.
Second down and 7 after a gain of 3 by Moronic. Drive starting back at the 24-yard line. And
Justin Moronic
a
with the carry.
handoff by Moronic, and he gets
Brought down
dropped
the play by
behind
number
the line of
65,
scrimmage.
Colin
Number
Sager.
65, Colin Sager, in on the stop there for Hortonville.
Gain of 1 out to the
Hortonville's kind of
28-yard
figuring
line.
Moronic out a little bit. We saw a
Brings
flawless,
up
or
3rd
nearly
and
flawless
6.
drive that first when he had all those rushes, 68 yards, 9 plays on that first drive. But since then, we've been seeing kind of back and forth, not as much consistency.
Pierce in the slot. They throw it to Pierce in the slot, trying to make something happen on 3rd down, and he's not going to get there. Good effort by Kyle Pierce, lined up in the slot on the far side.
He's brought down on the play by number 80.
Colin Sager in on the stop. One of the defensive linemen shot out there to the lane and brought him down. The
Gain of
passing
4
lane
out to
there
the
after he
32-yard line.
gains 4
Brings up
yards, 4th
4th and 2.
down and 2
Jason Toshner on the pump for the Cardinals.
after a 4-yard pickup to Kyle Pierce. Toshner is the punter for the Cardinals. Kick is away, and it is going to back up Gerhardt. And Gerhardt's going to scoop it up at the 26-yard line to the 30, to the 35. Getting out of bounds at about the 42.
He goes out of
And
bounds
that's where
at
they
the
take over. Pretty good field
43-yard
position,
line.
Chuck, for Hortonville.
Yeah, we've been seeing some drives start on a little bit uncomfortably
First
close
and
to that
10,
50-yard line. But
Hortonville.
hopefully the defense can stand. They had a real good effort last time, and kind of building on that effort they had last time to maybe stop them here. The scoreboard is definitely going to keep rising, and the clock right now is both of the friends on both sides enjoying the clock's presence right now, because there's still a ton of time to get back in the game if one falls behind.
It's very interesting. If you look quarter by quarter, Fond du Lac is the #1 scoring team in the second quarter, rainbowing down the sidelines, incomplete. Intended for Braden Stager down that far sideline from Jake Summers, and it is incomplete, second down and 10. But back to my point, Fond du Lac averages about 10 to 12 points per second quarter per game. They've got 82 on this season. Hortonville is the second quarter scoring team in the conference.
Combined 147 points.
We've seen both of these two teams, yeah. So they light it up in the second quarter. Little delayed handoff there by Gerhardt, and Fondy's Robert Windsor in the backfield making the stop for the Cardinals.
That guy again, Windsor, getting in the backfield, making a play, and he's going to continue to do that. If he finds an opportunity, he's going to try to get that running back for a loss every time.
Stadler also for the assist for the Fondy Cardinals. And it's going to go 3rd down and 14 from Hortonville's own 39-yard line. A passing completion, then a big stop there. And another big stop as we go again. 3rd down and 14. Twins either way for Hortonville. Rushes on. Blitzes on. Toshner's going to get to him. Bring him down for the Cardinals.
There you go.
Toshner in on the big quarterback drop. Toshner drops him big time.
His 8th tackle for loss on the season. That'll lead the team. And he's also got 52 total tackles, also a tops on the team. Jason Toshner doing a great job at ending the threat there.
I don't know if they would fake it here. A fake punt. Hortonville lined up to punt it last time, and they faked it to keep the drive alive in their last drive. And Summers is the punter here for Hortonville. It is 4th down and 19 after a loss of 5 yards, and they will kick it away. And it will be a spiral kick, and it's fair catch, and it's touched by Fond du Lac. It is touched by the Cardinals, and Hortonville is going to come away with the football. It was touched as they tried to get away from it, and Morodic was back there. It was touched by Fond du Lac. It touched somebody's. It looked like it touched somebody's helmet. Looked like it touched. It touched a Fond du Lac Cardinal helmet. I couldn't see a number. There were a couple of black shirts down there, but Hortonville has new life. 1st down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Hortonville in Fondy territory. Bobble and snap. Gerhardt has got it. Shoestring tackle, and finally brought down by Stadler in on the stop. Toshner was in there as well. So that big momentum swing, Chuck, moments ago with Toshner and the quarterback sack and a loss of 5. They give the momentum back to Hortonville with that fumbled play.
Yeah, worked so hard to get that defensive stop. They get the sack, the crowd's into it, and then just a play like that to kind of just kill all of it. They just really got to work hard to get it back, and right now the score is still 14-7. We'll see what they can do here. A little adversity to battle here into the first half.
7:10 left to go. Summers is going to take it on the quarterback keeper to this near sideline. He's got it at about the 36-yard line, and he'll be escorted out of bounds after a gain of 4 or 5. We are video streaming tonight's game at RadioPlusInfo.com.
To the 36-yard line.
Our good friend Coondog,
3rd and 5.
Ryan Coons, and his wife Dawn in Colorado, watching the game, listening to the game. Mark, how many we got up in
90.
90. So we lost 4. Okay, come on back.
Don't be shy. Mark's got $1 for you. I think I overheard that.
3rd down and 5, 7:02 left in the first half. Trips to this near side. Summers working from the gun. Summers looking to the sidelines, throwing to the sidelines, and it's caught.
What a catch.
Caught by Braden Stager as he got the first down for Hortonville.
Jason
Hoshner get on the stop there. It looked like at one point he was going to get between 2 Fond du Lac defenders. However, Fond du Lac kept with him to bring him down, a gain of 13 yards on the play.
Yeah, he made the catch, man coverage on him, and then as he was spinning, there was someone else came up and tried to make a play too, but they were able to get him down before he was able to get any more yak yards, but still a good pickup of 13.
Twin receivers, left and right. For Summers, the shotgun. Flags fly as both teams will point to one another as to who jumped or who drew somebody off sides. It may be against Fond du Lac. It is against the Cardinals, so that'll move it up 5 yards.
Brings up 1st and 5.
Summers got him with the cadence there. They tried it earlier, nobody flinched, but they try it again right now, and it works.
Team Sports, a proud sponsor of our broadcast here tonight. Your locally owned sports shop from elementary to middle school to high school. Nothing shows your school spirit like Team Sports. Again, receivers, 2 of them left and right from the shotgun. They hand it off Gerhardt. Gerhardt now spinning his way past Danny Belke, but he doesn't get past Windsor to bring him down for the Cardinals. Brings up 2nd down.
Windsor with the stop for the Cardinals.
Been getting some explosive plays through the air lately. The first quarter, both teams were really exclusively using that run. Now it seems like the big plays are coming through the air. And we might see one here inside the 20, a chance to score, and still some time left on the clock, even if the score does happen for Fond du Lac to come down and try it.
Don't have an official time of possession stat, but this time of possession has got to be in a huge Hortonville corner. Summers looking to pass, looking down the middle of the football field. He's got his man, and his man is number 11, and Kyle Whitten, who's gobbled up at about the 11-yard line. So a gain of near 6 on the play. It's going to move the chains for Hortonville.
Gain of 6 down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, they've continued 5 straight plays here. Nothing less than 2 on it. They've went for 5, 13, 2, and 6. So they've been getting some consistency. They've been mixing it up, pass, run, keeping Fond du Lac off balance right now. Fond du Lac, I think, might be just a little confused and unsure of which direction to commit to.
Working from the middle of the field, and a handoff to Gerhardt. Gerhardt is going to be strung out and brought down. Windsor was the first guy to him.
Robert Windsor with the stop for the Cardinals. No gain on the play.
Ruby was over there in that part of the field as well to finish off the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 10 after no gain on the play.
Some good gang tackling there. One guy starts it and a couple other guys finish it for him. It's always good to see that on the field, especially down real close to the end zone.
Again, Hortonville averaging on the season. They have 65 points in the second quarter, so they can score it in the second frame. Receivers now out there for Summers. Summers looking, throwing, and it is incomplete. And batted away. Good coverage. In on the play, number 34 in Matt Ryan. Coming up to knock the ball down as got before the receiver's hands there. 3rd down and 10 from the 11. Big play here.
Yeah, this is big. This is either going to be a 13-point game or a real big stop. They need a stop right here. They gave the ball away last time. Let's take it away right here.
4:34 left to go in the half as Summers now working on the far side with Gerhardt behind him. They look to pass. Summers now rainbowing to the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage on this near side. Reggie Hernandez shifted over to cover, and it brings up 4th down.
Final 3 plays of that drive, 0, 0, and 0. That's what I'm talking about, defense. Making it happen right there and not allowing them to get any more points via the touchdown.
And it is 4th down and 10 to go from the 11-yard line. And they look to kick a field goal here. And the field goal kicker is Trevor Kanan.
The 28-yard field goal.
28-yard field goal attempt for Hortonville. Lines are, he slips as he kicks it. Did it go through? No. It was wide right. No good as Kanan slipped as he was kicking the football, fell down, and it is a hold for Fondy Cardinal defense. First and 10 Fondy line. 4:26. 4:26 left to go in the half. It is 14-7 Hortonville on your Ignition Healthcare scoreboard. Match Tire halftime report is coming up. Get to your 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker. It's on the way for TCX as Genelo hands off to Moronic. Moronic doesn't get much. He goes right up the middle of the Polar Bear defense. Brings up second down.
Tackle by number 73, Jacob Guyette. Gain of about 2 seconds.
So,
and
Fondy,
Kane Shepard.
they do say he got 2 yards,
Shepard.
but
we have your cell
Fondy
phone up here in
has
the
a
scores booth.
little bit of a running
Kane
issue here.
Shepard,
Not
please
really
come
able
the
to
scores
get
booth
anything
to claim
going.
your phone.
Couple of receivers split out there as they hand off again to Moronic. Moronic now finding a seam.
Oh, yeah.
30-yard line up to the 35, to the 40, 45. And knocking on the Hortonville territory door is Justin Moronic. Brings it up to the 49-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play for Justin Moronic.
Once Justin got through that first level and entered that second level, he just hit the extra gear he had, able to almost go 30 yards untouched right there.
From the gun and a handoff to Moronic. He's got the second wave. He's got to the 40, down to the 35, to the 32. As they're seeing a dose of Justin Moronic here with 3:32 left to go in the half. Get it down into Hortonville territory.
Gain of 20 on the play to the 31-yard line.
Justin Moronic has got 47 yards on the last 2 carries.
17th birthday here tonight. First and 10 Fondy.
And they'll go Wolfel split out in the slot along with Lutine to the left-hand side from the near hash. Here's the Genelo takes it himself to the right-hand side. The Genelo's on his feet to the 20. Out of bounds at about the 14, or the 16, I should say.
He's forced out of bounds.
And he's escorted out of bounds by Hortonville, and it is first and 10 Fond du Lac.
Gain of 15
What a
on the
fake
play
right
down to
there.
the
Can you believe how
16-yard
long he
line.
held
First
that?
and 10 Fondy.
They were almost running together, and he just said, no, I'll pull it and run.
First and 10 Fondy from the 16-yard line. Receivers split out far side. Here's Genelo from the shotgun. Handoff to Moronic. He's got the second wave. Moronic now barreling his way forward. Brings it down inside the 5.
Tackle by number 28, Nathan
Moronic
Lichtfuss.
keeps the feet churning, keeps the feet going, and it's tackled by Nathan Lichtfuss. And it brings it inside. It's first and goal. Fondy on a gain of 13 by Justin Moronic. The time split out here. It worked from the near hash. Genelo comes up to the line of scrimmage, directing traffic. Now checking left and checking right. He'll take the snap and he'll hand off. Moronic now to the right side, diving forward, and he
Justin Moronic, the ball carrier.
was down from the
He's tripped
3-yard
up
line, dives
by number
forward
12,
to about
Austin
the
O'Brien,
1.
number 28,
Second
Nathan
and
Lichtfuss.
goal
Gain of
from
2
the
on the
1.
play to the
Gain
1-yard
of 2.
line. Second and goal.
It's his 15th carry of the first half. If he keeps this up, he'll have nearly 35 carries at the end of the game.
Fondy Cardinals back up to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal from the 1, 2:15 to go in the half. Genelo for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, working from the shotgun. Genelo will hand off to Moronic, and he'll dive his way forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And the second for Moronic, having a party on the field right now, and getting it done already with 2 in this game. That's 16 touchdowns, not a single fumble all season. Getting it done right now, and making it look pretty easy, that last part of this this drive here.
Fondy goes 7 plays, spans 80 yards. Justin Moronic in from a yard out. Wolfel is the holder. Belke is the kicker. The PAT is up, and it swings inside the left upright, and it's good. And Fondy ties this football game up at 14 apiece on your Ignition Healthcare scoreboard. We're coming back to Fruit after this on 96.1 TCX.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise,
but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
On your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard, get 7 plays, 80 yards, 1 yard touchdown run by Justin Veronic. It comes at the 2:06 mark of the half. The Fondy Cardinals will kick it away here. And kick is away. And it is going to go. It is fumbled. And Hortonville there to pick it up at the 10-yard line to the 15. And he's gang tackled and brought down as he crossed the 15-yard line. So some big momentum there by Fondy, number 30, and Brad Conger to bring it up after he fumbled the football. Pick it back up, and Fondy Cardinal back on defense here.
Perhaps the shift in momentum has swung back in the right direction here after the fumble. A big time comeback, and then let all the momentum kind of go out the window. And now slowly getting back into this game. Still a tie game right now, 2 minutes to go. And it looks like this game's pretty even right now, with Fond du Lac maybe having the slight edge.
And there's going to be a handoff. This handoff going along the right-hand side. Nice run.
Carter Bedoin, the ball carrier.
By
Bedoin
was the carrier there. Carter Bedoin. And it brings up second
Gain of 8
down.
on the play to the 25, second and 2.
After a gain of 8.
So the 5th drive of the game right now for Horton.
Handoff to Gerhardt. Gerhardt now has got the Fondy Cardinals right back on their heels a little bit when he dives forward. To get what he can and get near the first down marker, he might have got it. And they do say he got it after
the ball carrier. Tackled by number 25, Tanner Koenigs.
Koenigs in on the stop there.
Gain of 4, first and 10.
5 yards on the play. Summers now rolling to his right, looking right, throwing, intercepted by Fond du Lac. Intercepted by the Cardinals on the far side. Jake Walgenbach. Walgie with the picky.
That's his 5th on the season, leads the team in picks, and you can see why right there. Making a huge play on that far sideline right in front of the Polar Bear bench, and he just snatched that one right away. And he said, you know what, we've got 74 seconds to go. Why not take the lead on into half?
That's a big play right there, and if Fond du Lac can continue their momentum offensively down the field, they only got 39 yards to take the lead into half. And here comes Fond du Lac on offense after the interception. Handoff to, actually Nagedlo's going to keep it. Nagedlo now down to the 35-yard line, and he'll get some positive yards there as he brings it near the 30. So a gain of 8 on the play for Jack Nagedlo. And it brings up second down and 2. Again, 1:06 left to go in the half. Clock continues to tick down. Fondy does have 3 timeouts left. Handoff to Moronic, left side. Moronic is going to get the first down for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, and he brings it to about the 28 yard line.
With the carry.
After he gains 3 on the play, does Justin, and there's going to be a timeout taken by Fond du Lac. 55 seconds to go in the half. Cardinals and the Polar Bears tied at 14 apiece on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard. We step aside for a timeout as well. Back after this on TCX.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Back here at 96.1 TCX, we are video streaming tonight's game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com. Here's where we are at Fruth Memorial Field. 55 seconds to go left in the half. It is Fondy with a new set of downs. 1st and 10, working from the Hortonville 27-yard line. We have a tie ball game on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard at 14 apiece. Big interception by Walgenbach to give Fond du Lac the football back in this half yet. Fondy turned it over once, as did Hortonville. Fondy with that fumble on the punt. And
This would be the first lead since the opening drive for the Cardinals if they can get it back.
And there's going to be a fake handoff to Moronic. Nagetalo throwing to the flats, and that's going to be complete.
Nagetalo's pass to number 3,
complete to
Mark Dilling.
Mark Dilling.
He's tripped up on the play by
And it is going to bring up 2nd down.
gain of 5 on the play to the
And 5 to go
22-yard line.
after
2nd and
pass
5.
again goes for 5 yards. 22 seconds left to go. Nagetalo now looking, throwing, crossing penalty, the end zone, touchdown, Brian Lutine. Lutine to the house, 22-yard pass play down the middle, down to seam with a crossing route there, Chuck to the end zone. A post pattern, and we have a Fondy Cardinal lead.
The first throw of that drive was a little behind. That was a perfect throw. And it was a perfect location on the field, too. He let go of it right as he saw his man move, and just picturesque.
Talked to Ryan's dad prior to the game. Said, how's he doing? He said, good. Ready to play tonight, and he hauled one in right there. Coming back after this, Fond du Lac leading 21-14. Back after this
Jackson
on
College.
TCX.
Sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
Aaron Weiner on the kickoff for the Cardinals. Mitch Gerhardt.
I want you to go down.
And
The
Brad
Fond du Lac
Tiger
Cardinals
back
capitalize
into
on the Walgenbach interception. They go 4 plays, 39 yards, a 22-yard touchdown reception from Nagetalo to Brian Lutine in the end zone. Fondy taking their first lead since it was 7-0, and now they fumble it again, and this is going to go to the end zone. And Fond du Lac gonna jump on the football. They gotta jump on the football. There's gonna be a touchdown there. No, they're gonna call it once they get it. Apparently,
It looked like the ball was touched by a white jersey, but
it looked like it, but officials are going to say that it was not touched
and that would end the half too, unless they added some. Oh no, there's 8 seconds left.
by a white jersey.
I think they're just going to take a knee and say, man, we lucked out.
Yeah, I thought that was touched. If that would have been touched by a white jersey, that would have been a live football.
That would have been like the Bears-Packers play last year in the playoffs when Boykin picked up that ball and ran it in. No one touched it. Everyone thought that it was dead, but he picked it up and it was live still. Looked like that same sort of situation was going to happen, except the ball was in the end zone.
The ball was in the end zone, and they just let it go there, and that's how the half comes to an end. Wild play. So then the half there, it is 21-14 Fond du Lac, 96-1 TCX. We come back with your Badger Tire halftime report. Hang on for it here on TCX.
Okay, we're gonna run some commercials.
Let's have a warm welcome for the Fondy Varsity cheerleaders and all the cheerleaders that took part in the cheerleading camp run by the cheerleaders and head coach Lindsey Ruin.
There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
viewers.
All right. You got stats. Product.
Yep. That's pretty much it. There was only 2 other catches in the whole half. Got 2 for 23, 18 for 96. And we've got the turnover.
Back here on 96.1 TCX with Badger Tire halftime report. Welcome back in here as Fond du Lac leads Hortonville 21-14 on your Ignition Healthcare scoreboard, and a couple of us were chatting up here in the press box on what exactly happened in the closing moments of the first half. And what happened was the football was kicked off, and it was touched by Hortonville as the momentum of the ball went into the end zone from Hortonville, and it is dead once it goes over the end line, once it goes over the goal line, so it would not be a touchdown even though Fond du Lac touched it and jumped on it. It's the momentum of the ball after it hits one of the players, which direction that is going, and it got into the end zone, and so there's no touchdown there awarded for Fond du Lac when they touched it. So that's kind of what happened there, and it was a live ball after it went over the goal line, which meant that there was no Fond du Lac touchdown, no awarded touchdown. But yeah, I was not aware of that rule, to be honest with you, and we got some explanation up here by a couple of folks up here to what happened.
Yeah, I was looking down when that happened. Unfortunately, we don't have monitors or replays or anything like that. But again, I wasn't able to. I never knew that rule existed either. So I was kind of shocked when no one decided to pick it up. But maybe they knew the rule and we didn't.
Back in at your Badger Tire halftime report, we have some statistics for you on the ball game here so far.
Muradic, 18 carries, 96 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. One in that opening drive, and then once again on the 4th drive that went 7 plays, 80 yards. He capped it with a 1-yard TD there. That got us our first lead back since that first drive. And Jedlow, only 9 passing attempts, 33%, so he's got 3 of them completed for just 36 yards. He did have that touchdown, 22-yarder to Brian Lutine earlier. And the score now, 21-14, so that was the score that kind of took it up a notch. Muhammad 1 for 27 and Pierce 1 for 4. Just not a lot of receivers making multiple catches this game. It's been pound the ball to Muradic, eat that clock, and play great defense. And we've seen some great plays early on, especially defensively from Windsor and Toshner. They've been solid. And then that late interception on the 5th drive for the Polar Bears by Walgenbach, his 5th of the year, leads the team. And it resulted in more points and a 21-14 lead. Got to feel good about that, Nick.
Taking a look at the scoring, how we got there. 8:39 left to go in the first quarter. Justin Muradic, a 1-yard touchdown run, came on 9 plays, 68 yards. Hortonville answered that drive with a 7-play, 68-yard drive and a touchdown pass thrown there. 11 plays, 70 yards, a 1-yard touchdown run by Gerhardt made the score 14-7. At that point in time, Fondy then tacked on 2 consecutive touchdowns, 7 plays, 80 yards, a Justin Morodic 1-yard touchdown run at the 2:06 mark of the half, made it 14-14, and then 4 plays, 39 yards, 18 seconds left to go in the half. That was the result of an interception by Wagenbach on the far side, picking it off at the 39-yard line. So Fondy again takes the lead, 21-14, as we are at halftime here on 96.1 TCX, and we are video streaming this game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com. Your Badger Tire halftime report and show continues next on TCX.
There you go, right there.
Should talk about that. The punt, then the fumble, then they went 9 plays. The final 3 were zeros, and then they missed that field goal. That could be like the changing moment or whatever.
Take 2 minutes.
Because they could easily have a 10-point lead right now. Hortonville. Is this me? I've been really holding back some coughs today.
There were 2 minutes. Could have left just a little bit.
Your Badger Tire halftime report continues here at 96.1 TCX and video streaming tonight's game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com. Time to check in with some other scores going on around the area, and at halftime, St. Mary Springs Academy leads Laconia 28-14. Germantown leads Homestead at halftime 21-15. Trying to get an update for you on the Waupun score. Waupun taking on New Holstein tonight in Waupun's homecoming. DeForest leads Portage at the half 49-0. How about that score? Wisconsin Woodland over Slinger at halftime 20-0. And that's what I have for scores basically around the area. Badger Tire halftime report and your Taco Bell 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker. Of course, the American League Championship Series beginning tonight. Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. And the NLCS, Giants and Cardinals. That begins tomorrow for the Giants. 3rd time in 5 years they've been in the NLCS. For the Cardinals, how about this? 4th consecutive year for the Cardinals being in that NLCS. Pretty impressive.
Only 2 years since 2004 have you not had a Giants team or a Cardinals team in the World Series. That is unbelievable. Those are 2 of the best teams going. They've got the clutch gene, and I'm hoping for Royals and Giants. I think that'd be fantastic. Both teams have great pitching right now, and for the Giants to be able to survive that 18-inning game against Washington about a week ago, and then still have the pitching and the clutch guys on the team, the clutch catch that Hunter Pence made. I DVR every game and watch the playoffs religiously. So this Major League Baseball playoffs, it's something to get into. If you're not a baseball fan, this is some exciting stuff. And there's a lot of energy in these stadiums. First time the Royals have been there since 1984. So it'd be a heck of a watch if you're not into baseball. Maybe you can learn some stuff and cheer on these teams that almost never go.
The Milwaukee Brewers, in other baseball news, made some announcements today. They are keeping manager Ron Renicky, however, letting a couple of assistant coaches go. Doug Melvin said in a news release the team is not renewing the contracts of hitting coach Johnny Aaron and first base infield coach Garth Gordon. So they are not renewing those assistant coaches, but Ron Renicky is sticking around at least one more season. They failed to disclose the fact that they're picking up the option after 2015. So Renicky's staying, of course, with Milwaukee, but his future with the team is uncertain after that. And here's something interesting. The Brewers, 3 out of the last 4 years, have had a winning record, but they haven't gone to the postseason all of those years. You know, they had a golden opportunity this year. Of course, we all know what happened there. But for Milwaukee, they had a winning season this year, you know, and the ship is going in the right direction. But Ron Renicky again back at the helm for the Brewers.
And there's some really good teams in that division. You see Pittsburgh getting into the playoffs as the wild card team and then eliminated right away, however. Cardinals are most likely always going to be right around that first through third spots. You don't see them slip into that second half of the division much. And the Cubs showing some promise. The Cincinnati Reds have been okay. So part of that decision is probably the difficulty of the teams in this division, the NL Central specifically, and just the talent that they have, and maybe the pieces fit to get him another year to see if they can right the ship, like you were saying. And they've got the talent, they've got the age on their side. You see a lot of these older teams that are kind of hitting their last, they're on the back nine, so to speak. But it looks like the Brewers are on the front nine in terms of talent and a decent farm system too. So maybe they're just giving Renicky one more hack at this.
96-second Taco Bell Sports ticker here on 96.1, your Badger Tire halftime report. We are going to take a minute time out and come back with a second half after this on TCX.
Glenn and Colleen Kotke.
Don't point too tight.
Too much talk?
What?
Was that too much?
Daphne
I never know.
Lemke. Parents,
I never know if I'm rambling or not.
Dan and Deb Lemke. Andrew
102.
Lepine. Parents, John and Linda Lepine. Zoe Lou. Parents, Mary Lou. Cheyenne Marquardt. Parents, Keith and Renee Marquardt. Liesl Perry. Parents, Sarah Calvert. Ethan Piper. David and Lori Piper. Isabel Post. Parents, Mark and Brenda Post. Angel Ramirez.
Go to your right.
Nicole Reedinger. Parents, Jeff and Liz Reedinger. Izzy Schwalbe. Parents, Evan and Sharon Schwalbe. Erica Setzer.
Fond du Lac Cardinals lead 21-14 on your Envision Healthcare scoreboard as we are back. Your Badger Tire halftime report continues.
Sizemore and Nicole Field. Parents, Jeff and Becky
Took the words
Field.
right out of my head. That was the first thing I was going to say, Nick. But yeah, it looks nearly full, and coming right here, it looks like in the 4 o'clock direction, if you're standing in the south end zone right underneath the scoreboard. So check that out if you're indoors. Maybe glance out a window or something.
There you go. The pregame talk up near the Burger and Brat stand. The entrance to Fruth Memorial Field was the JV game last night, and that game pretty special or earlier this week, I should say, for Fond du Lac, as they stopped their opposition at the 1-yard line to end the football game. So Fond du Lac's JV team, pretty exciting win. Fondy JV team is doing well. They're young, talent is doing exceptional here at Fond du Lac, so we are going to be blessed with some pretty good talent through the next coming years. And this, of course, comes after a couple of dismal seasons. Prior to last year, Fondy's last season making the playoffs was 2009. They made the playoffs last year in 2013. They won their first round playoff game, their first level, as they went down to Menominee Falls and knocked off that team.
Tip down.
And the Cardinals back into the postseason after their win last week over Oshkosh West. They try to
Cut to one.
have a home game here at Fruth Memorial Field with a win here tonight.
A win here tonight would be huge. It would knock Hortonville down a slot. It would continue to give confidence to this Fond du Lac Cardinals team, who right now are playing some of the best football in this Division II. Just outside of the top 10. They were at one point inside the top 10. But still, nonetheless, they've got the lead. This is a real close game. The crowd has been in it all game, and I think right now it's going to be who can make that last stop. Who's not going to give up those points after they get the
Red
points.
Theater ticket.
What's kind of interesting too is
Winning
Fond du
number
Lac
7-8.
at Wisconsin Rapids Thursday night. Nina
3-2-2.
takes on Hortonville
Again,
on
7-8.
Thursday night. So that should be a pretty good
3-2-2.
matchup because Nina
You
is
won
just a game back from
$460.
Hortonville. They are fighting for a
You can
playoff spot
collect it
there
at the
at
Green
Wisconsin
Band
Rapids
Booster Club
tonight.
10
And
by the
Nina
home
also
bleachers.
fighting for some positioning there for a home
Jackson
playoff
College.
game too.
Sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
The second half's got a lot of implications moving forward.
Team Sports, your locally owned sports shop from elementary to middle school to high school. Nothing shows your school's
At
spirit like
halftime,
wearing your
the battle
school's
of
letter
Oshkosh.
jacket. Team
Oshkosh
Sports now
North
accepting
17,
orders for letter jackets from
Oshkosh West
most of the
13.
Fond du Lac area high schools. Youth football supplies also available at Team Sports, 179 South Main Street, downtown Fond du Lac. Open weeknights till 8, Saturdays till 4. It is Team Sports, a proud sponsor of high school sports. Chuck Austin, Nick Rush back with you. Mark Hicks is our video producer. A couple of different cameras going here at Fruth Memorial Field. Fondy will be kicking from the south end, or from the south up to the north, and that is right to left. And it's a short kick. It is taken by Trevor Conan for Hortonville.
Trevor
And
Conan with
it
the
is
return.
off the 40-yard line or so, and Fondy's defense
And Wayner
will go
Jacob
back
Stander
on the
provides
field
the tackle along with
as
number
they were
10
back
Dan
on the
Brown.
field. They were on the field when the first half ended.
Just an 11-yard return, but the kick very short there. It was picked up at the 29, and now they're starting just shy of the 40.
The Hortonville Polar Bears moving from left to right across the radial dial here in this quarter. They split a man into motion and they flip it over to Gerhardt. Gerhardt now being stacked up and driven down. Nice job defensively by Fondy in there for the stop.
Gerhardt,
Is,
the ball carrier, tackled by number 29, Noah Allsweed.
Noah Allsweed, number 29, getting his first tackle in the football game. Allsweed
How about one more round of applause for the Fond du Lac High School marching band performing here
making a
tonight.
stop there as they hand off to Gerhardt. Nice job of the Fondy Cardinal marching band on the field during halftime. They always do such a nice job, and they compete all over the state and in numerous competitions on the weekends there. Hand off to the left-hand side, and Gerhardt still on his feet, trying to get into Fond du Lac
Gerhardt,
Cardinal
ball carrier.
territory. He's going to bring it to about midfield. So a gain of almost 8 on the play brings up third down. We'll call for a measurement here.
Officials timeout for a
It
measurement.
looked originally like he might have gotten that first down, but it was just barely.
Nice and close when they bring
Looks
the
like they're going to
sheets
take
in.
another look at this and maybe get the sticks out on the field.
Dreher Collision
That's
Center
good, right? That's good right there.
is a proud sponsor of our coverage tonight on this game. 96.1 TCX
Parents, do you want
will
a safer
award your
teen driver?
Dreher
Consider
Collision
the
Center
award-winning Teen Safe Driver Program. Included with American
hit of
Family
the game
Insurance Auto
on the
Policies.
way.
Contact your local American Family
Also,
agent Tim Cruz
we are over 100
at
viewers.
920-921-7424.
105 now. Good
Your
job,
pick is up
everybody.
there. Go get it. We'll protect it.
timeout for a measurement.
will be third and about a foot and a half.
Field, it is short. Third down. So Hortonville comes with a third down play here as he is just shy of the midfield mark at the 49-yard line. See what they can draw up here for another couple of scores from around the area. If you have scores, you can send me a tweet, Nick Rush WFTL, or an email, nickr@wftl.com. 3rd and 1 as they flag flies here, and I believe
Flag on the play.
this is only the second penalty of the game. Fond like had an offsides penalty earlier in the first half, and they're going to march this thing back. That's a false start against Hortonville. That's a big penalty there.
Yeah, that's huge considering.
44.
Yeah, they only had less than 2 feet to go on that one, and able to now have a little breathing room are the Cardinals after that 5-yard mishap. Now pushed them back to the 44, needing to get to midfield exactly to extend it.
3rd down and 6 as Summers works from the shotgun. They split a man into motion from the far hash. They fake the handoff. Summers throwing down the middle, and that's incomplete. Colleen for the coverage of the Cardinals downfield, and it brings up 4th down.
Is incomplete. Coverage on the play by number 19,
Heck of
Ryan
coverage.
Saline.
That was great job. Safeties all over that. Not allowing any room. The throw was pretty good, maybe just a touch high, but that was all deep. That coverage right there was fantastic.
And it looks like the Polar Bears are going to punt here. Lutine back deep to receive the kick for Fond du Lac, and now there's a stop play, and there's a timeout taken by the Fond du Lac Cardinals.
That is their first charge timeout.
10:28 left to go in the half.
They have
It
two
is
remaining.
4th down and 6 when we come back after this on 96.1 TCX.
Just go away. Just do it every day. Love, just
Two things you only dreamed would come together.
do it every
A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new quesarito from Taco Bell.
Club tent near the home bleachers. Again, 7878322. $460 richer tonight.
Reset too.
Bring it back after this.
One is live.
It is 4th down and 6 from the 44-yard line, and they look to kick it away. Wolfel and Lutine back. Lutine calling for the ball. He's got it at the 20-yard line.
Brian
He's
Lutine,
gobbled up and
return.
driven back.
Stay there.
And
Tackling
tackle
number
on the
38,
play
Tyler Hoople.
was Tyler Hoople for Hortonville. Hortonville coached by Andy Colasso and Tom Colasso. Fondy, of course, coached by Mike Adevok.
1st and 10, Fondy from their own 19-yard line.
And here we go. 1st down and 10. Fondy Cardinals back on offense. 10:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals lead 21-14. Jack DeGeneral for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Morodic is behind him, working from the shotgun. They hand off to Morodic. Morodic now into a swarm of white shirts. A flag flies.
Justin Moronic, the ball carrier. Flags on
And
the play.
looks to be in the area of a hold
Get on
against
the official
Fond du
with the
Lac.
white hat. One.
And it is.
Indication is holding
So they'll
against the
push it
Cardinals.
back and try it again.
No, not fast.
1st down as they'll push it back.
-5 yards, never a good thing to start the drive, but that's only maybe the 2nd or 3rd total penalty against the Cardinals tonight, doing a real good job of staying disciplined, not getting into too many silly mistakes.
10-yard penalty moves the ball
Right
back
now,
to the
that
9-yard
penalty
line, brings up
won't
1st
kill them
and
if they can just
20.
come back and get the 1st down.
10-yard penalty. Cardinals march it back. 1st down and 20 as they go from their own 9-yard line.
Cutting to one.
And the Cardinals now look to run. Here's Nagedlo taking off with it to the 20-yard line, to the 25 as he's brought down. As number 23, Blake Kelwitz in on the stop there.
23, Blake Kelwitz with the stop.
Hortonville as he picks up some good chunks there.
Gain of 17 on the play up to the 26-yard
goes
line.
for 17, Chuck, on that play.
Heck of a bootleg, and the first play looked very similar to that.
Brings up second
This
and
time
4.
decides to tuck and run, and he had some room. He almost broke it for probably about 50 or 60 more.
Trips to the far side, and Nagedlo fakes the run, or fakes the pass and takes off with the run. And he's got Fond like first down to the 34-yard line. So another gain. This time he goes for 8.
Only 2 rushes the entire first half for Nagedlo. He's already got 2 here in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this opening drive for Fondy.
They put trips out to the far side. They had Wolf, Lutan, and Moronic split out there. And Nagedlo just took it with a bootleg up to the left-hand side. And now a handoff to Moronic. Moronic now trying to get the angle and cut it up the seam. He got a couple of yards. Brings up second down. Under 10 to play here.
Tackled by number 82, Ty Dreyer,
Needs
and
just
number
2
23,
yards to get over
Blake
100
Kelwitz.
yards now in every game.
Officials timeout.
Officials timeout here. As
Gain of 2 on the play out to the
equipment check there
36-yard
for
line.
number 23
Second
and
and 8.
Kelwitz to the sidelines. He'll get a substitution here. Clock winds, 2nd and 8 after a gain of 2 by Justin Moronic. Fond du Lac with a win here tonight can help solidify their solid position in the playoffs and most likely get a home game here at Fruth Field. Nagedlo's got some running room. Nagedlo to the 45.
Another flag down.
And there's going to be another penalty. And this penalty is going to go on Kyle Whitten. As Whitten gave Nagedlo a shove on this near sideline right in front of the Fondy Cardinal bench.
That's just silly right there. You don't shove a guy right in front of his own guys. That's making it too easy for the official to give him the penalty there. But we're going to have to see what that first flag was.
I think that first flag is going to be a hold against Fond du Lac. And this is going to be a late hit out of bounds. So we'll see what happens here. Officials will discuss. And it's going to be a hold against Fond du
Indication
Lac.
is holding
And
against the
a
Cardinals and personal foul
against
Hortonville.
Maybe just
Hortonville.
redo the down?
The penalties will offset each other and they'll redo it. As the ball right now spotted at the 36-yard line. It was 2nd down and 8 yards. And there's a hold against Fond du Lac again.
We'll do a 10-yard walk-off first, and then a
10-yard
15-yard
walk-off.
penalty
Okay.
against
From
Hortonville for the personal foul.
For the personal foul.
Nice job, Chris. Stay with it.
So, we will do this
Moves the ball
and
out to
go
the
to 2nd
41-yard
down.
line, brings
And
up 2nd
Fondy will
and
gain
3.
some yards there. 2nd down and 3 after the, a 5-yard gain with the penalty after the 10-yard walk-off. And Moronic now gets the fake handoff, I should say, as Nagedlo dives his way forward up to the 45, gain of 4.
That's impressive so far. 17,
Tackled by
8,
number
and
38,
4 on 3 carries.
Tyler Hoople.
They haven't really
Gain of
been
4 on the play out to the
preparing for that. They've been
45-yard
looking
line.
for
First and
Moronic to
10
get the
Fondy.
ball and just hammer it right down the middle, but that hasn't been happening. Nagedlo's been getting the ball and bootlegging, finding seams, picking up first downs, and really taking some pressure off these receivers.
Twin receivers near side as Nagedlo works from the shotgun. Justin Moronic now diving his
Justin
way
Moronic with the
to
carry.
midfield, and he'll dance for 5. 5-yard pickup there as Moronic
Number 12,
has
Austin O'Brien
probably
with the tackle.
close to the 130-yard mark on the night.
Number 65, Colin
couple of
Sager as well.
touchdowns
Gain
to
of
go
5
with
out to
that.
midfield, 2nd and 5.
Nagedlo has the other touchdown as he passed to Lutine. 22-yard pickup back to end near the end of the half. And Moronic behind Nagedlo from the shotgun with a 2nd down and 5. As Moronic waits for his hole and never really developed.
Moronic
He'll
with
get
carry.
a couple of yards, brings up 3rd down though.
Yeah, Muradov's had a slow start to this third quarter. Looks like he's starting to get a couple more touches here. Maybe a little momentum building there for Justin, perhaps?
Muradov will go for 3 yards. It is third down and 2. Fondy working from the 47-yard line in Hortonville territory. A fake handoff. Najedlo takes it up the gut. He's on his feet down to the 25. He had one man to beat. The only guy that could have made the stop was number 7 in Carter Bedoin. And he did.
Shoestring.
To the 25-yard line, first and 10,
First and 10 for the Fond du Lac Cardinals as he gained 22 yards on that pickup, did Najedlo. Dane makes a stop there. Carter Dane. As they fake the handoff to Muradov. Najedlo throwing, and that is incomplete. Intended for Lutan in on the coverage. It's Kyle Witt down the middle of the football field.
Maybe just a touch underthrown, or maybe I should say a little behind him. The speed was there. The throw was right down the middle, kind of right by the post. Would have had enough for a touchdown had he caught it and taken just maybe 2 steps. He would have been in. So even if that catch is made, they still don't have a touchdown, but they're about 4 yards away from one.
Second and 10, 6:48 left to go in the third quarter. Working from the 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Najedlo takes off with it to the left-hand side as he gets inside the 15, down near the 14-yard line. Another positive gain, and that's a Fondy Cardinal first down.
Najedlo really active in this first couple minutes of this second half. He's doing a fantastic job. This Hortonville defense doesn't know whether to defend that play-action type play or defend the bootleg, because it seems like if they defend the bootleg, then he would just drop back 2 steps and put it up, and they probably have an open guy. So real confused if you're a polar bear.
And the handoff goes to Muradov. Muradov now brings it inside the 10-yard line. And in on the stop, Zane Drummond came up from the defensive back position to make the stop there. Second down.
Gain of 4 to the 10-yard line,
6.
second and 6.
See if they can knock on the door here and put a 28 spot on the board. We need it.
Wolf will split on far side. Najedlo working from the near hash from the shotgun for the Fondy Cardinals. Fakes the handoff. Najedlo bootleg into the left-hand side, dancing his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac!
Way to go, Jack.
Najedlo with the bootleg as he faked the end around to Muradov, and he took it himself and goes in from 10 yards out. Touchdown, Fondy.
Exploding with the rushes, and Jack Najedlo getting a couple of blocks off that near side, able to find him, and he was tripped up right before he got in, but he had enough momentum to carry him in, and 6 more on the board.
10 plays. 10 plays, and how about an extra point up and good? Fond du Lac 28, Hortonville 14. We're coming back after this on 96.1 TCX. 30.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise, but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
Run.
Aaron Weiner on the kickoff for the Cardinals, back deep.
Weiner in on the kickoff for the Fond du Lac
For
Cardinals.
Hortonville, Gerhardt and
The
Conger.
Cardinals go 10 plays, go 81 yards, and methodically, Chuck, take it down the field. Wasn't anything flashy. They just ran it every single time down the field. And now, the Hortonville Polar Bears take it on the far
Carter
sideline.
Bedoin with the return.
Polar Bears looking to get some of that
Jacob
momentum
Stabler
back.
and Weiner with the
First
stop.
half, they had like you said, probably about mid-second
First
quarter,
and 10 Polar
they had a
Bears from their own
major swing.
35-yard line.
That momentum was definitely on their side. The time of possession was on their side. And right now, it just seems like Fond du Lac has really caught fire since that the fumble / field goal miss right there on the fourth drive in about the mid-third quarter or mid-second quarter mark. Ever since then,
35-yard line is where Hortonville begins. And they get some yards along the far side.
good job of staying in bounds, or keeping him in bounds, I should say. Fond du Lac, I would think that right now they're trying to burn as much clock or try to keep him in bounds as much as they can.
Robert Windsor with the stop.
3 yards on the play.
Gain of
Windsor
3 to
get
the
on the
38,
stop.
second and 7.
And it's second down and 7 to go. Approaching the 5-minute mark, left to go in the third quarter. Ball is at the 35-yard line, or at the 38-yard line, I should say. And working from the shotgun here, Summers. Summers fakes the handoff and now fires Rainbows. It is complete. Oh, incomplete.
Braden Stoker's pass incomplete. Intended for number 11, Kyle Bethune. Matty Ryan with the coverage for the Cardinals.
In at quarterback right now, as I was second guessing the number there,
from the
is
38.
Braden Stager. He's on at quarterback now for Hortonville.
A little change, see if that'll work. Worked for many teams in the past, I'm sure.
And working from the shotgun is Hortonville. A couple of running backs split to the right side of him, throwing for a screen pass that is complete to Flunker. Flunker now with a tackle by Windsor.
Braden Stoker's pass complete to number
There's a
4,
flag
Max
on the play.
Flunker. He's brought down on the play by number 54, Robert
Windsor
Windsor.
on the stop there in the open field. Nice open field tackle, but Flunker
Illegal block in the back
is
against the Polar Bears. There's a loss
Hortonville receiver.
of 2
They
on
just
the
got the
playback
block.
with a
Block at the
36-yard
back
line.
there was the call from the official, and that will be
Penalty is declined. Result of the play is a
play.
2-yard
It's
loss.
going to
We'll
result
bring up
in
4th and
a
9
fourth
from the
down
36.
play. 4th and 9, working from the
Lutine and Wolf
36-yard
back deep
line.
for the Cardinals.
Nope, I want 2 on the
And
2. I want you right where you
clock
are.
continues to roll here.
On to
As
do the
we
punt
have
number 14,
4:40
Joe Kleiber.
left to go in the third quarter.
1 you gotta zoom out a little bit.
If you fake it and it doesn't work, this could be disastrous for the Polar Bears.
Wolfel and Lutine are back deep to receive the kick from the Polar Bears. The kick is away, and it is taking a major Fond-like bounce, and it is down by Max Flunker.
Max Flunker downs the
Good
punt.
awareness to jump on that. It
For
would
the
have went
Polar
15
Bears
more
at
yards.
the Cardinal
I'm
42-yard
taking a
line,
look at the
1st and 10,
sidelines
Fondy.
right now, and I'm trying to see if quarterback Summers is getting medical attention. We'll keep things right
Next
here.
Thursday night, make a
On the
note of
far
it, Thursday
sideline.
night, the Cardinals travel to Wisconsin Rapids to take on the
But,
Red Raiders
he is
at Lincoln
not
High
in the
School.
game on-
time
on
is 7
defense
o'clock.
either.
If you can't make the game, you can catch it all the action
Fondy
on the game 1450 KFIV.
And Cardinals with a first down and 10 with 4:18 left to go. We have Angelo up the left-hand side of the offense.
Oh,
Ball
no.
is stripped right out of his hand.
Oh!
And now there's another fumble on the play as Hortonville gets it back. The ball was stripped and ripped right out of Angelo's
By number
hands.
23,
Yeah,
And
Blake Colwitz
Angelo
with the
lost it.
strip.
Hortonville recovers it, and then Hortonville lost it, but they
Hortonville
bounced
takes
back
over
on
on
top
1st
of
and
it.
10 from the Cardinal 48
You
yards.
rarely see a play with 2 fumbles involved in the same play. But that one right there was just a clean strip and then coming to the ground. The one who took it away loses it.
1st and 10 for Hortonville. 4:08 left to go, and the handoff is up the middle. Mitch Gerhardt, as they say that the runner was down, as they wanted a fumble there, but
Mitch Gerhardt's the ball carrier.
no dice.
Brought down
Gerhardt
by a
get
flock
the
of Cardinals.
carry there as
Gain of 3 on the play to
goes
the
for 3 yards.
45-yard
It is
line.
2nd down and 7 to go.
2nd and 7.
Fond du Lac Credit Union, the Pumpkin Pantry, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Radom and Stone, Taco Bell, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Moraine Park Technical College, and Scotty's Auto Works. Proud sponsors of our broadcast here tonight on TCX. Receivers split up one each way for Hortonville. And Hortonville looks to pass, and pass is complete. Diving, or I should say leaping catch by Joe Cliver.
Braden Stoker's pass complete to number 14, Joe Cliver.
That was on the
Brian
far
Polino
side.
will stop for the Cardinals.
Fondy comes up with a tackle. It is third down.
Gain of 4 down to the 41-yard line. Third and about 3.
Pass there goes for a positive direction to Joe Cliver, the junior receiver. Under 3 to play here in the third. Third down and 3. Big play from the 41-yard line. Hortonville working from the shotgun, looks to pass, throws to the flats, way high and incomplete.
Fortunate that was really overthrown. It looked like he was the only white jersey on that side of the field, so should have just taken his time. Summers, that is, got rid of it. A little bit more timing, he may have had that completion.
4th and 3 from the 41.
Down and 3, the 41-yard line. 2:38 left to go here in this third quarter. Big play here as they look to go for it. They look to work from the shotgun. Receivers both ways, looking to pass. Pump fake, rainbowing near sidelines. Incomplete, but a flag is down. Incomplete, but a flag is down. Looks to be pass interference.
There is a flag on the play.
Ruby was on the coverage here on this near sidelines as it went up for a jump ball, and I believe it's going to be pass interference. It's Fond du Lac.
Indication is defensive pass interference.
Defensive pass interference. 4th down and 3. They pass and they get a first down on the penalty as the ball was incomplete.
There was some contact after 5 yards, but I don't know if it warranted
a 15-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage.
Both guys playing real hard for the ball. I mean, let it go. Sometimes it's just best that way.
It's a penalty from the line of scrimmage. It was not from the spot of the foul. So it's a first down and 10 from the 26-yard line. This penalty goes there, and now Fond du Lac, Robert Windsor jumping into the neutral zone, and this will be a penalty against
Flags
Fond
on
du
the play.
Lac.
Dead ball foul, offsides against the Cardinals.
Offsides
5-yard
against
penalty moves the
Cardinals,
ball down to the
and that margin of 5
21-yard
yards.
line. 1st and 5.
That was a big play right there, that pass interference call. Big play. This game might be one of our turning points in the game if they can get it in. If Hortonville can get it in. Working from the shotgun, receivers are both ways from the far hash. Here come the Polar Bears. Hand off Gerhardt. Gerhardt running into a head of steam.
Mitch Gerhardt's the ball
Running
carrier.
into Fond du Lac Cardinals, and Toshner in on the stop for Fond du Lac.
Jason Toshner with the stop for the Cardinals.
The running has been slowing down for Hortonville, but
Gain
this
of 3 on the
defense has
play
also
to the
been slowing down,
18-yard
so
line,
it seems
brings
like
up 2nd
a
and
more
2.
sluggish version of what was going on in the first half right now.
Second down and 2 to go after a gain of 3 by Gerhardt. 2:05 left to go in the quarter. Fondy Cardinals lead on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard 28-14. As we have a shotgun formation for Hortonville. Shotgun looking to pass, looking right, stepping up, throwing right, incomplete.
A little too much mustard again.
Braden Stoker's
Really
pass
trying to
intended for Carter
overthrow
Bedoin is incomplete.
a little too hard. Just take your time, young man.
Pass goes incomplete, and it is third
Brings
down.
up 3rd and 2 from the 18-yard
The
line.
18-yard line, 1:46 left to go here in this third quarter. And there's another big play, part of this game. Twin receivers split on far side from the far hash, 3rd down and 2. They split a man into motion, and they hand off Gerhardt. Gerhardt's got the first down. He's got down the sidelines, and he's out of bounds, and there's going to be a flag on the play, and that flag is going to go on the far sideline as Noah Alsweed is going to be nailed, I think, with a late hit out of bounds.
We were doing so well with the penalties, and then that happened. I didn't see much of a late hit, Nick, and I think maybe they just perceived it to be late. But I thought he was already out of bounds and falling.
Yeah, he was out of bounds.
Goes
And
ball down
there
to the
wasn't any way
3-yard
he was
line,
going to come
first
back
and goal,
in bounds, but
Hortonville.
it's going to be first and goal. As he got the first down, did Gerhardt. And first and goal, Fondy is kind of gift wrapping this drive to Hortonville as had a penalty on a pass interference. Now another penalty gets him closer. First and goal from the 3-yard line as Hortonville looks to pass on first and goal. Batted away and batted down.
Is that who I think it was, Nick?
Batted down by Jason Tashner.
Toshner as he batted it down, and it's second and goal.
Second and goal from the 3.
That was kind of a J.J. Watt type of deal.
Yeah, and Windsor has been doing the J.J. Watt stuff tonight, but Toshner's showing a little of that too.
Yep.
Found out that J.J. is Justin James.
Okay. 1:36 left to go here. It is second and goal from the 3-yard line. Gerhardt's going to take it. He goes up the middle, and he'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Hortonville. As they tack one on, a touchdown on, and now trail 28-20. As Fondy kind of gift wraps that drive down the field. Couple of costly penalties by Fondy keeps that drive away. Keep that drive alive, I should say.
Sometimes penalties are the biggest factor in a drive, and this drive, probably about the 15th or 16th possession of the game, has been the only possession that has been affected this greatly by penalties. A couple of huge ones for 14, 15, and 5 yards to keep this drive alive, and the Polar Bears cut the lead in half. There's still plenty of time left.
Kick is on the way. It's a low kick, and somebody got a finger on that. And that is no good. That's a big play as well. 28-20. Cardinals lead yet. I'm here at Nation Healthcare Scoreboard. We are coming back to Fruth after this on 96.1 TCX.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success.
Yep.
Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or your call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College. For those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Game time is 7 o'clock next Thursday night, the 16th. If you can't make the game, you can catch all the action on AM 1450 KFIZ or streaming live on KFIZ.com. WTCX is also here tonight. They have the game streaming live on video at WTCX.com or WFDL.com. You can catch the game streaming live or go to WFDL.com/videos to look at archived videos of previous games. Back in for the Cardinals, number 85, Brian Lutine, number 14, Quinn Wolfel.
Right. So now there you go.
Laconia narrowing the gap against Fond du Lac St. Mary's Springs. It was 28-21. And now on the kickoff, little confusion here. And the onside kick.
Number 71, Mason Lane for the Cardinals.
Fond du Lac's direction. 1:29 left to go here in this third quarter. I was glancing down. Fond du Lac is on offense here as the Cardinals get the football, and if Hortonville would have came away with that football, the momentum is in their corner right now. That would have been a golden opportunity for them. Roddick now has got the football, and he's driven back. Good play by Hortonville. A couple of Polar Bears in on the stop after Roddick doesn't gain
Brought down on the
much,
play by
if
number
anything.
77, Jack Heatner, and number
But Springs
38,
does lead
Tyler Hoople.
Laconia, and that score
Gain of 1 on the play for the
is
47-yard line, 2nd
35-21.
and 9.
Looks good. Cut the one.
Springs been having a heck of a year too.
Yeah, they are. And they fake the handoff. Nagetlo throwing across his body. That's complete. And that is taken in by the tight end, Fondy. And that's Ruppel, Alex Ruppel, starting at tight end tonight for Marcus
Tackle
Ruck.
on the play by number 28, Nathan Lickfuss.
The first completion of the second half for Jedlow.
Gain of 10 on the play down to the
Gain 10
Hortonville
yards on the
43-yard
play, and
line,
it
first
brings
and
up
10,
the first
Fondy.
down from the 47, Fondy like in Hortonville territory. That's number 42. There. Handoff to Moronic. Moronic now inside the
Moronic,
40,
the ball
down
carrier,
near the
tackled by number 23, Blake
39-yard
Collins.
line. And not getting his number called a lot, Alex Ruppel.
Gain of
But
4
does
down
a
to
nice
the
job of
39-yard
blocking
line.
on the
Second and
outside
6.
in that tight end position. For this Fond du Lac team, the tight end does a couple of different things. He can pop out and catch it. He also has to be able to block.
That will be the final play
And
of
that
the
will be
third
the final
quarter.
play
Fond
of
du
the
Lac
third
28,
quarter.
Hortonville
After the game
20.
4 yards, does Moronic. We come back with your exciting fourth quarter. Fondy leads 28-20 on your Ignatian Healthcare scoreboard. We are back after this on 96.1 TCU.
Jackson Call Insurance. Sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
13 in the fourth quarter.
2 is live.
Oshkosh North up 11.
I think
All right, bring it
Trevor,
back
you need
after
some
this.
help there. You're tilted, you're no longer scared. 1 is live.
Second down and 10. Back to Fruth Memorial
Justin
Field in
Moronic
Fond du
with the
Lac.
carry.
The Cardinals on, I should say, second and 6.
Tackled by number 73,
Go
Jacob Guyette.
third down here as
Gain of 5 down to the
Moronic gets
38-yard
5
line.
yards.
Brings up third, 39-yard line.
Fond du Lac with the lead,
Third and long
28-20
one.
in the final quarter of action. We are video streaming tonight's game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com. Wolfelen with time split out. They hand off to Moronic. Moronic now spins his way inside
Justin
the
Moronic with
30.
the carry.
He'll get
You're still tilted. You
a couple
gotta
of yards
Tackled by
on
number
the
82,
carry
Ty
there.
Dreyer.
turn the
Yes, we have a fresh
balance of
set of
the
downs to work with
turn it to your left a little bit.
as Moronic goes for
Gain of 4 on the play down to
4
the
yards.
30-yard line. First and 10, Fondy.
Fond du Lac with an 8-point lead.
You are going to
Exciting ball game. Fond du Lac gift wrapping that last drive with a late hit penalty and a false start penalty, or I should say a pass interference penalty on
Flags on the play.
Hortonville.
That
There's
ball
a
fall.
flag on the
False
play.
start
That will be a
against the
false
Cardinals.
start against the
5-yard
Cardinals.
penalty
Cardinals
moves the ball
not
back
having
to
a
the 30-yard
very
line. Brings up
clean
first and
half
15.
as far as penalties go.
That's already double the penalties they had in the first half combined, and we're only a minute into this fourth quarter. Excuse me.
Coverage in tonight's game presented by your Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Dan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tellefson, Steve Millen, and Doug Shireman of Fond du Lac. Give them a call today. From the shotgun, here's the gentleman with Moronic alone set back behind him. Handoff to Justin up the shoot. And he will get to about the
Justin Moronic with the carry.
31-yard line on a gain of
Tackled by
4.
number 82, Ty Dreyer.
They
Gain of
continue
4
to
on
hand
the
it
play
off to
down the
Moronic in the
31-yard
second half,
line.
already at
Second
9
and 11.
carries. He had 16 in the first half, so on pace to get right around 35 carries in this game, and they're going to need every carry out of him. It's important that they keep the clock moving with the lead, and the ultimate goal is to get down the field, chew up a few minutes, and add to this lead, because right now it's just putting a cushion on.
Second and 11. They fake the handoff to Moronic. Najedlo takes it along the left-hand side.
Jack
Past
Najedlo,
the
the ball carrier.
left tackle there for Jack as he gets down to the 26-yard line on a gain of 5, brings up third down.
Gain of 5 down to the
So
26-yard line.
Fond du Lac Cardinals, after they
Brings up
lost
third
5
and 6.
yards on that false start penalty, they get some positive yards here, and it's third down and 6. Maybe thinking about passing it here. See what happens. You want to try to take as much time off the clock as you can. Then Jedlow will hand it off to Morotic, and Morotic now keeps his feet churning on that second wave into the Hortonville secondary.
Tackled by number
Linebacking
23.
forward there as he
Blake
brings it
Collins.
down near the 21
And number
yard line.
83.
It's going to be close to a first down marker, but he will be
Dane
short.
Drummond.
He brings up fourth down.
Beat a 4 on the play down to the 22
Almost
yard
got
line.
there, but
4
right now this is a huge play. Just over 9 minutes to go. We've got an 8-point lead. We're inside the 25.
Hand off to Morotic as he dives forward, and he is
Justin Moronic with a
going to
carry.
be down to the 20.
Looks real close.
Yeah, looks like they might call for a measurement here as Morotic just dived his way forward. We'll see what the officials do
Tackled by
if
number
they call
78,
for a
Sam
measurement here.
Van
It is
Busker.
first and 10. They're going to call it here, I believe, as Hortonville is trying to state their case that he was
Officials timeout for
short.
measurement.
They will call for a measurement here, but yeah, Fondy will be on the road at Wisconsin Rapids next week, Thursday. It's a Thursday night game. That's at 7 o'clock. We will have coverage of Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs and Kettle Moraine Lutheran here at Fruth next Friday night. Let's see what I can see from my viewpoint up here with binoculars. Did he get it? No, he didn't. It's short. Hortonville football. It is short by an inch. An inch on
Hortonville from the 20-yard line.
the nose of the football.
And the refs were standing there looking at each other going, is this a first?
Yep.
Did they turn it over? Which one should we call?
If any part of the football is on the stick, it is a first down. Any part of it, it was short by about an inch. First and 10, Hortonville. Big play there as the Polar Bears try to get it down the field.
This defense, we're going to need them more than ever right here. Big time drive right here.
From the 20-yard line, first and 10, Hortonville moving to the north end zone. They rainbow down the near sideline, almost picked by Colleen.
Right through his hands. Great coverage. Ball was just a smidge underthrown right near midfield. Right on the near side, too, right in front of the Fond du Lac guys. Just went right through his hands.
Nolan was the intended receiver for Hortonville. Incomplete. Second and 10. They go for a big hitter on the first play and try to catch Fondy sleeping. They couldn't get it. Second and 10. Again, under 9 minutes to play in this football game. They'll go trips near side here. Ball working from the far hash for Hortonville. Low sent back is Gerholtz as they give the handoff to him, and they brought down, get on the stop.
Robert Windsor with the stop for the
Fondy
Cardinals.
is Windsor.
That clock continues to move right now. I don't think either team's really worried about it, but Hortonville right now really needing to worry about continuing to move those chains. If they don't move these chains, they're going to give the ball back to Fond du Lac. Fond du Lac's going to have a chance to just take it all the way down.
Third down and 10, 8:30 and ticking left to go in the football game. From the 20-yard line, Fondy up by 8, 28 to 20. As they shift a man far side motion, they look to pass on third down, stepping up, throwing the middle of the football field. Incomplete.
Good play.
Incomplete. Ruby was in on the stop and coverage over there. Wolfel was over there, I should say. Fondy's number 34. Matt Ryan was also in on the coverage there, and it is fourth down and 10. And Hortonville is one to punt as the Fondy defense holds.
Back deep for the Cardinals.
Huge stop right there. Chance now, like I said, to get the ball back. They could take minutes off the clock just running it with how consistent Najedlo and Morotic have been tonight.
Low snap, kick is clean, and the kick is away, taken by Wolfel. Wolfel to the 45, to the 40-yard line, 35 to the 30-yard line, and brought out of bounds as he crossed the 30. And Fondy's got great field position, but there is a hold against the Cardinals, and that was Chuck on the far side of the field. So Wolfel brought it to the near side here, and the play was way away from that far side.
And Coach Gadevok really not happy right there. I could tell his body language. Wasn't too happy with that call. And that one, if you get a chance to go back and look at that, maybe that would be one to look at.
It is a penalty from the spot of the foul. As as they'll bring it back.
Ball will be
And
spotted at Fondy's
Fondy
42-yard
had
line.
great
First
field
and
position
10.
at the Hortonville 30. Now they're backed up at their own 42. Still a pretty good field position if the Fondy Cardinals can keep the ball on the ground, which you think they will. Nagetlo now a pump fake and takes off with it himself into Hortonville territory. 45 to the 40. Muscling his way inside the 40. Down near the 37.
Great awareness.
Nagetlo into Hortonville territory.
He's brought down on the play by number 11, Kyle Wittune.
Number 11. Whitner
Gain of
bring
20
him
on the
down
play to the
as they
Hortonville
bring it
38-yard
to
line.
the
First and 10 Fondy.
38-yard line. As that was a 20-yard pickup for Nagetlo. Nagetlo now will take it himself to the right-hand side and still on his feet, taking white shirts with him. Bedoin
Tackled by number 38,
tried to
Tyler
bring him
Hooper.
down. He couldn't get to him fast enough, and he's got to wait for some more gang tackling to take place. It is second down and about 2.
Gain of 6 down to the 32-yard line.
Keep that clock moving. That's
Second
the main goal right
and
now.
4.
The field position was there for you. Only got 31 and a half yards to go, and you can have a 2-touchdown cushion if you punch it in.
7:09 left to go as Nagetlo works from the shotgun, takes it himself, gets a kick-out block, and he gets it out of bounds. Officials don't throw a flag as Fondy Cardinals wanted a late hit out of bounds, didn't get it.
That looked a little more egregious than the one on the far sideline.
First and 10 Fondy.
It's sometimes that's a judgment call, whether it's a shove or if the arms are extended. You never know what's going on with the ref's judgment.
Gained 7 yards. Fondy moves the sticks. It is first and 10 as Cardinals march down the field. Again, both of these teams tied at 4-1 in conference play. Fondy's Justin Moronic now takes it
Justin Moronic,
to the left-hand
the
side.
ball carrier,
Dylan was over
Whitey
the block
Tool with the
for
snap.
him as he
Gain
got a
of
nice
7
chunk of
on the
yards
play,
there.
down to the
7 or so for
18-yard
Justin.
line. Second and 3.
He's got over 10 carries now in the second half, continuing to share the load with Nagetlo, who only had 3 carries in the first half. Now exploded for 8 in the second half, most of those on bootlegs.
Second and 3, 6:20 left to go. A handoff to Justin, and there is a flag on the play.
Flags on the play.
Keep in mind, your Anders Auto Parts post-game show is on the way. Have a
Dead ball
chance
call,
to
false start against
talk
the
with
Cardinals.
head coach Mike and Avon coming up here.
5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the
Penalty against Fondy
23-yard
as we
line.
move things back. Also, your turning point
Brings
of
up
the
second
game
and
from
8.
Team Sports. Your Moraine Park Technical College player of the game on the way. Your Dreyer Collision Concepts hit of the game. Your Mancino's grinder of the game. All part of our post-game show on the way here on 96.1 at TCX. We are video streaming this game as well at RadioPlusInfo.com.
How are we doing, Mark? We're still, 97 viewers?
97.
Okay. We were up to about 108 or 110?
111.
Okay.
111 we
That's
topped
the
out.
highest I saw.
Okay.
That's pretty impressive compared to a couple weeks ago. We had maybe
Nice.
30.
Second down and 8, 6:06 left to go. Nagetlo fakes the handoff, throws to the flats to Dilling, incomplete.
Kind of tried to rush that one. He was on the move.
Brings up third and 8.
Kind of an on the run, try to squeeze it in there type of throw, and it just didn't come off the hand right or something. It was not in the right spot, and fortunately for Hortonville, the clock will stop here. 6:02 to go, and real close again. Inside the 25, a chance knocking on the door here.
It is third down and 8 from the 23. Fondy in Hortonville territory. They look to pass. Nagetlo throwing right. Lutine catching right. And he spins his way down to the 10.
Heck of a play.
There's a first down and 10. A big play right there for the Cardinals. And you go to your big receiver, Ryan Lutine, who's getting a couple of Division 3 looks. San Diego, or I should say, South Dakota State being one of them.
Gain of 11 down to the 12-yard
College.
line.
First and 10 from the 12-yard line, so he gains 11. As Nagetlo takes it himself on the left-hand side, as Picks up
Jack
some
DeGello, the ball carrier.
yard or two there. But the most important
Tackle by number
portion
81,
of the
Kyle
game now is
Lyson.
Fondy keeping it on the ground as the clock
Gain of 3
continues
to the
to tick.
9-yard line, 2nd and 7.
I think it would be really foolish to pass, even if you get the touchdown, because there's still enough time for the Polar Bears to come down and score twice if they play it right.
It is 2nd down and 7. Najedlo takes it along the right-hand side. Najedlo now
Jack DeGello, the ball
inside.
carrier.
Down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle by number
Brings up
33,
3rd
Zane Drummond.
down.
Gain of 4 down to the
And,
5-yard line.
3 yards to
Brings
go.
up 3rd and 2.
Big play.
Gain of 4 yards for Najedlo. From the 5-yard line, clock continues to melt away. 4:35 left to go. The time split out near side ball from the near hash. Fondy Cardinals fumble the football, and Najedlo's going to slide down.
Great decision.
Jack DeGello recovers the
Fondy fumbled the football.
fumble,
Najedlo picked it
slips
up
down
and
at the
saw there were a couple of white
13-yard
shirts
line.
that really had no shot at it.
a loss of
And
8 on the
there's
play.
going to be a loss of 8 yards on the play. It's going to bring it back to about the 13-yard line.
Brings up
It's
4th and 10 for the
4th
Cardinals.
down and 10.
Best thing about that was they didn't turn it over and the clock kept moving. The only bad thing was they didn't add another 6 on the board. So at 4th and 10 here, you got to bring the field goal unit out, and that's exactly what coach is doing.
Actually, they're going to go here.
Oh.
4th down and 10. 3:52 left to go as Najedlo will fake the handoff. Roll right, throwing, and it is
Najedlo's pass is
complete.
intercepted
Intercepted, I'm
by
sorry.
number 11,
It was
Kyle
intercepted by
Lewis at
number
the 2-yard
11,
line.
and he would have been better off
Hortonville
just
takes over first
knocking
and
that thing
10.
down instead of picking it off at the 2-yard line.
He had a chance there to throw that and fit it in like he was trying to do a couple of throws ago, but it results in an interception, and unfortunately.
There's a couple of black shirts in the vicinity there, but it was picked off by Hortonville with 3:43 left to go in the football game. Hortonville's got a shot, but they got to go 98 yards. This Fondy Cardinal defense playing well here in this second half. As they will go now with 1st down and 10. 3:40 left to go. Looking to pass. Throwing right side. That is going to be caught and complete down the far sidelines.
Oh, man.
Big pass play. Number 11. Wow. Down the
Throw this pass
sidelines.
complete to number 11, Kyle Withroon.
What a grab by
He's
Kyle.
brought
Witt.
down by number 34, Matt Ryan.
I've heard it Witten. I've heard it Watoon.
Gain of 56 on the play to the Cardinal
As they bring it
42-yard
all
line.
the way into Fondy Cardinal territory, down to
1st
the
and 10.
42-yard line. So a gain on the play, a massive gain on the play, as the Hortonville Polar Bears look to run it here. Gerhardt's got it along the left-hand side. Gerhardt now down to the 30-yard line.
Gerhardt's
So
the ball
2
carrier.
plays, Chuck, they
Jason
go.
Costner with the stop.
It was a 56-yard
Gain of
catch.
11 to
56
the
and now
31-yard line.
So yeah,
1st and 10,
68
Hortonville.
in 2 plays, and the pass was crucial. They're sitting just outside the 30 now.
And here we go.
Let's go, defense.
And it is 1st down and 10, 2:55 left to go. As Fondy looks to jump. They jumped, I think it's going to be offsides against the Cardinals. The Hortonville
Flags on the
Polar
play.
Bears brought a pretty good crowd with
Dead ball
them as far as
call.
the student section goes. On the far side of the
Offsides
field
against the
Fond du
Cardinals.
Lac. It is
5-yard penalty,
offsides.
ball
They'll
down
march
to
it
the
up 5
26-yard
yards.
line. 1st and 5.
The
Hortonville.
26-yard line. Again, 28 to 20. Clock is now rolling. Hortonville has a shot here. They were backed up at their own 2. They brought it out 56 yards, then 12 yards, now a penalty. As they hand off to Gerhardt. Gerhardt to the left-hand side. He's got some running room, and he'll get it to the 15-yard line.
Mitch Gerhardt's the ball
And he'll
carrier.
be
He's forced out of bounds by number
bounced out of bounds by number 29 and Noah Allsweed.
Gain of 10 on the play to
Great
the
job of getting out of
16-yard
bounds
line.
there. He
1st and
definitely
10.
could have stayed in, but he made it his mission to get out of bounds there and preserve a few more seconds.
Fondy Cardinal defense is going to have to try to come up with some type of a stop here. 1st and 10, ball from the 16-yard line. A couple of receivers split out far side either way. And for Hortonville, Gerhardt in the backfield for the Polar Bears. They look to hand off to Gerhardt. He's got it up the chute, and he's going to be tackled and brought down. In on the stop, Toshner.
Jason Toshner
was also in there, as was number 20 and Jacob Stadler.
15-yard line,
Gain of
2nd and 9.
1 yard. 1:50 left to go. If you're Hortonville, you want to score with little time left for Fond du Lac. And then, remember, Chuck, they have to convert a 2-point conversion to tie it. If they do score. 1:30 left to go, 2nd and 9 from the 15-yard line. The handoff goes to Gerhardt, left side. Gerhardt now will get it down near the 11.
Gerhardt's the ball carrier.
Yard line.
Jason Toshner with the tackle for the Cardinals.
Toshner in on the stop
Gain
again.
of 3 to the
As
12-yard
they
line.
bring it for 3 yards. It will be
Brings up
down.
3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Clock continues to tick down. Both teams have timeouts left. Fondy's got 2. Hortonville's got 3 timeouts left.
Here we go, 60 seconds from right now.
60 seconds to go as the troops come up to the line of scrimmage. Hortonville with 3 receivers split out near side. Ball from the near hash. They split out a man into motion. They fake the handoff. They throw it down the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Toshner on the coverage for the Cardinals.
Fondy might have caught a break there. Ball was put right in his hands, just couldn't hang on. It was kind of fluttered into the air after that, falling harmlessly to the ground, but still another chance here for the Polar Bears on 4th down.
How about your play of the game from Mancino's Pizza and Grinders right now? Your grinder of the game, baby, right now. 4th and 6 from the 12. Hortonville at the Fond du Lac 12-yard line with 43 seconds left to go. Twin receivers actually trips to the near side. Timeout taken by Fond du Lac. Wanted to see how Hortonville lined up. Keep things right here. Again, we will keep things right here. Your Anders Auto Parts post-game show is on the way. We're looking for quality auto parts in the area. Contact Anders Auto Parts on Sidley Street, just off of North Main Street.
Game
Fond du
time
Lac.
is 7 o'clock. And the Cardinal quarterback.
Just go away. Just do it every day. Love, just love,
2 things you only dreamed would come together.
just do it every
A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new quesarito from Taco Bell.
Down and 6. Hortonville is at the Fond du Lac 12. Hortonville was backed up in their own territory at their own 2. They threw it 56 yards down the field. They got a 12-yard run by Gerhardt. They got a 10-yard run by Gerhardt as well. A couple of other runs to bring it to the Fond du Lac 12.
Trying to get a big W and snap the Polar Bears 3-game win streak here on senior night. And they can do it all right here, one play.
They flip 3 receivers to the far side, and they'll go empty backfield with a shotgun formation. 4th and 6 from the 12. Here we go, 42 seconds left to go. They look to pass. They look right. Now throw left to the end zone. Touchdown, Hortonville.
Wow, what a catch.
Woodhulen with the reception, and there's a touchdown for Hortonville. And now comes the all-important 2-point conversion.
It's practically over if this 2-point conversion does not get converted, but it is far from over if it is converted, because that means we have 36 seconds remaining if that does happen, plus a potential overtime scenario. So this game is all riding on this 2-point conversion now.
Fondy defense here, of course, with the 2-point conversion, and Hortonville takes a timeout. We will step aside just a 30-second timeout. We're back after this on 96.1 TCX.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise, but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
Fondy up 28-26. Hortonville scores a touchdown from 12 yards out. And now the defense has got a hold on the two-point conversion.
And this was all because there was a missed extra point earlier in the game. It was 28-20 at one point. Now 28-26. This is huge.
Here we go. Two-point conversion as they go trips far side. Twin receivers to the near side here. Looking to pass for the two-point conversion. Throwing to the end zone. Incomplete! Incomplete for the Fond du Lac Cardinal defense holds. They wanted a flag. They don't get it. And with that, the defense bends, but it doesn't break. 28-26 Fondy, 36 seconds to go in the football game.
That is music to my ears right there. It's going to snap the win streak that Hortonville had. Fond du Lac just showing some guts and some heart here on senior night, doing all they can to keep this lead. And now with just 30-some seconds to go, 36 to be exact, they're going to have a chance to walk out of here with the victory, go to 5-1 on the season, and Hortonville, all importantly, snaps their 3-game win streak and bumps them down to 3rd place now with Fond du Lac most likely in that second position.
Well, things are not over yet here from Fruth Memorial Field as it's a 28-26 football game. The Cardinals lead. Now remember, last time out, Hortonville attempted an onside kick. So the hands team of the Cardinals are on the field right now, kind of the front line for Fondy. Morodic is out there, Dilling is out there, Belke is out there as well. So they will try to attempt an onside kick here. And for Fondy, you better be ready, as Hortonville almost got the football last time they attempted this onside kick here. So now they're going to attempt the onside kick with 36 seconds left to go. And if Fond du Lac can recover the onside kick, that would be your football game. And they are going to kick it. Looks like they're going to kick it to the left-hand side. We'll see if they change misdirection here. And here it comes, and it's going to go 10 yards, and Fond du Lac is going to jump on it. The Cardinals get the onside kick. And Fond du Lac is going to escape here tonight with a 28-26 football game victory as Cardinal offense is going to come back on the field.
49-yard line.
Hortonville does have 2 timeouts left. But with 36 seconds left to go, you can all but shore this one up right here. Fondy Cardinals, some of the fans are heading for the exit here at Fruth Memorial Field. Pretty exciting football game, down to a 2-point conversion at the end. And the Fondy Cardinal defense holds. And Genoa will bring the troops up to the line of scrimmage, and he'll drop down to a knee.
It's the best formation in football, the victory formation.
Victory formation on for Fond du Lac. As time continues to tick away, Hortonville does not take their timeouts. They have 2 remaining. A couple of players shake hands here. Your Anders Auto Parts post-game show is on the way within a couple of moments. 96.1 TCX. Clock melts away here from Fruth, and your final score is Fond du Lac 28, Hortonville 26. The Cardinals improve to 5-1 in conference and 7-1 overall. We are going to step aside, and your Anders Auto Parts post-game show continues and is next on 96.1 TCX.